And welcome to the stage, Joni, Ulman, Lewis. Keep it going. Welcome her up.
After 7 years as a couple and getting engaged and buying a house that we live in together, I've finally convinced my boyfriend that it's time for us to break up. I just don't want to get married. So I'm the bad guy in this breakup. I'm doing all the heavy lifting. I have said, it's not you, it's me, 50 times a day for months. And now it's done. I've broken his heart. It's over. His friends have come to help pack him up, move him out in their pickup trucks, and to give me the stink eye. And now I live alone. And that's all I want. I just want to live by myself. I don't know what the big picture has in store, but I am tired of coloring in the lines. So a couple of weeks after he moved out, I'm driving home one night in my perfectly good Honda Civic from the grocery store, and I see the car. If this was a cartoon, that car would have woof whistled at me, winked its headlight, honked a horn, and said, "Joni, over here! I'm the car that's gonna change your life." So naturally, I hit the brakes and pulled into the car lot. Just to be clear, this was not a car dealership. This was a used car lot of very experienced vehicles. The kind of car lot that has that scraggly pennant flag wrapped around the outside. The office is actually a trailer at the back of the gravel parking lot. Yeah, you get the picture. And all the cars have their price in neon numbers, a foot tall, mashed up into the windshield. My car is a 1976 Alfa Romeo Spider convertible. You know the one Dustin Hoffman drove in The Graduate? That car, only his was brand spanking new and red, and mine is a 13-year-old blue and rust beater. This car is perfect. It has 2 seats, one for me and one for my grocery bag. And the price in the windshield is exactly how much money I have in my bank account. I'm telling you, I was smitten. I left that car lot driving my perfectly good Honda Civic, but in my mind, in my imagination, I am Sophia Loren with a headscarf flapping in the breeze in an Italian movie with subtitles. Went home, put away my groceries. What a coincidence, the now ex-boyfriend called. You know those calls you get from somebody after you've broken up? How you doing? Kind of like they're calling to kick your tires. I could not resist telling him about this car I had just seen and how much I loved it. And he said, "You're crazy if you buy that car." Sold. That's the exact kind of crazy I want to be. Convertibles say something to you to the world. They say, "I'll go, let's do it. I'm game, I'll drive, I'm fun." So I took that triple dog dare and I went back to that car lot the very next day. My car salesman was cool. Wasn't loud, wasn't pushy, no plaid jacket. Came over, told me a little about the car's history, popped the hood, showed me underneath, which was a giant waste of time because I am not mechanical. All I need to know is where does the key go and where do you put the gas in? But he did show me a fun fact about this particular kind of car. The battery lives in the trunk. And in the months to come, I was about to get a lot more mechanical, and that battery was going to get a roommate, a pair of jumper cables. So he said, "Do you want to take it for a test drive?" And I said, "Yeah, here's the thing, I can't drive a stick shift." And the perfect car for me was a 5-speed manual transmission. So I said, "How about we take it for a test ride and you drive?" And he said, "Sure." So we put the top down and we went for a spin, and it was heaven. I'm telling you, I hustled him back to that trailer and I gave him a check for every penny I had. He delivered the car to me at my work the next day. I worked in a restaurant, and my waitresses and bartender buddies gave me a crash course in how to drive a stick shift. That car never met a stranger. Everywhere I went, people wanted to look in and see, who's driving a car like that? I started wearing lipstick. People were looking at me. Everybody who's ever had a convertible is like a secret handshake. All those people want to come over and talk to you about your car and tell you about their car. Like cars with a point of view, mine got a nickname. My friend Lynn named it the Seductomobile. And it was charming. And one day the Seductomobile introduced me to a fine man who made my socks roll up and down. And it turns out I did want to get married. And he thought a 50% share in a 13-year-old beater was something he might like to have too. And we've been sharing everything 50-50 for a lot of years. They say impulsive like it's a bad thing. I'm telling you, if you don't know where you're going or what you're doing, go there in a convertible. Put the top down. Put the top down on a starry night and just wait and see what the universe has to offer.